Why don't we get some allies? We all have children. I'm changing my will tomorrow. It's not a joke, it's very serious. Money talks in this country. And if I tell my children your birthday present's going to be cut down and everything because if these Democrats get back in office and we come to socialized medicine, I'm going to have to support myself. This is called a defibrillator. It's probably going to start up now. I also have asbestosis, so I need some care. Now, I need people on my side. I need allies. Where are my allies? The next election, if the Democrats come in, my children come, you're out of the will. I got control over 12 votes. Total control. You don't come to the next meeting with me, you don't get nothing for your birthday. All your children. I mean, what are we doing here? We just keep talking about this back and forth. Prior to being a city worker, I was a union organizer. I just want to give you an idea as to what is coming down here. We need strength. We need to go out. Not with all of us old people here. We can't even get the young people out there. How are we going to get them out there? The almighty dollar. That works all over the world, all over the country. Get your kids to get their asses out in the street and back us up. We're a small amount of people. We talk, we're not getting anything done. The birthdays come, you get nothing. The Democrats get in, you get nothing. I want my money to take care of myself. Because I know a doctor around the corner, they don't take care of me if I pay them under the table. If it does happen, that's what I'm saving my money for. I really got nothing else to say.
Thank you.
If you have children, try to get them down and help us out. Because if we try it alone, I don't know if we're going to make it.
There you go.
How you doing? My name is Dale. I'm from Brooklyn, and I try to come to any rally or any organization like this that I can. I want to make a few statements, and then I'm going to ask a question, see who could answer it. Make no mistakes about it. We have the greatest minds in the world, in religion, in science, in technology, in medicine. That's what we're here to talk about, medicine today. There is so many things to talk about. We're going to talk about medicine, and I'm going to bring up two key points. We have 85% of Americans are happy with their health care. And we have flaws in our system. There is. And there's two main flaws that I know about that are factual, that I'm going to make a statement, and that's what's draining our system. And it's hurting. It's taking away care from people who really need it. And I want to make two statements. One, during the Iraqi war, many liberals were complaining about all the money we're spending on the war. $10 billion a month. They made a big point of this. Do you know, anybody in this room know, that we spend double that on health care for illegal aliens? Does anybody know that in this room? It's a fact. Double that for illegal aliens. Now they're receiving care. When we have seniors in here, we have people with kids, we have people with serious problems, and they can't be getting taken care of because we have to take care of illegal aliens? I'm sorry, that's a problem, that's a serious problem. Where is our government fighting that problem? And I'm going to make another statement that everybody knows, but everybody's a little afraid to say. I'm a contractor. I go to work in some of the poorer neighborhoods. And I know this for a fact. You have these phony medical centers all over the place. And they're ripping our system off like you can't believe. I have guys that work for me, and they tell me exactly what's going on with these phony car accidents. Somebody goes in, has a little phony accident, they're going to build a Medicaid system for $200,000. These guys, the neck brace and this, and it's all phony. Yeah. This is what's going on. This is people who don't get to go into these neighborhoods don't have no clue of this. These two things are draining our system so much. And where is our government? Who is going after this? These two issues. I want to know. Can anybody answer that, please?
Thank you.
I just want to respond to that. This is the key question we should be asking our representatives, that, we have government programs now. And why are we talking about giving them the whole enchilada when they can't, we have waste, fraud, and abuse in our current government systems that, more than anyone can deal with. Fix what we have now first, before we start, give them the whole, kit and caboodle. We got to stop it now. We got to look at Medicare, as you said, Medicare and Medicaid. We got to impose some changes Right now, we're going to look at the illegal aliens who are skimming off the bottom of our system and the malpractice attorneys who are skimming off the top of our system. Make these changes now. We're going to pursue our representatives until they answer these questions. We're not stopping.
And the Secretary of Treasury...
Just on that note, as a trial attorney. Seriously, you know what has become absent in the Democratic rhetoric right now with health care coming in? Tort reform. Where did it go? Where did it go? You have to ask yourself the question.
It doesn't matter because you're not planning to keep it.
That's exactly right. Because once they've transformed the system, it will be meaningless. Because your doctor is not going to be even making enough to pay back his student loans, okay? Let alone be able to afford malpractice insurance. You've pushed and pushed and pushed on the system. What we will wind up with will not even vaguely resemble the health care that you have today. So just remember that there was plenty of talk about tort reform in the Congress last season, and now that we're going to have managed health care, that talk has disappeared. Go ahead.
Too often, the strong silent man is only silent because he doesn't know what to say. And too often, he's only picked to be strong because of his silence. Winston Churchill said that a long time ago. I'm not sure when. It was in the 30s or the 40s. But everybody in this room, you've done something today. Instead of being silent, I met somebody tonight, talked about how they yelled at their TV, found out about this, and they came today. I was like that up until a few weeks ago, because I can't take it anymore. And I just want to say that everybody in this room right now, give yourselves a round of applause. Because the time has passed where we're no longer the strong, silent man. Now we are all strong, men and women, politically correct, whatever you want to call it. And don't forget that this doesn't end with health care. The House passed the cap and trade bill, and they're going to debate it in the Senate. And that's going to mean an increase in your energy costs. That's going to mean the government is going to determine that you're going to end up driving a smart car instead of your truck or whatever you want to drive. And it's going to be more freedoms taken away, and it's going to be more money out of your pocket. So once again, please give yourselves a round of applause, because everyone in this room is strong, but we're no longer silent.
Hi, my name's Jack Lipsky. I'm an insurance broker and small business owner from Great Neck. I've heard a lot and read a lot. I've read most of the bill and read a lot of the dissertations on it. However, the question I have, which nobody's answered, is what happens to the 500,000 insurance brokers who lose their livelihood? What happens to the 500,000 people who work in their offices, who lose their income?
Unemployment's right.
Conservatively, we're talking about $50 billion of income that will be lost, 10 to 15 billion of federal taxation that will be gone, 10 billion state taxation that will be gone. That's a question. This is an absolute takeover of 1/5, not 1/6, but 1/5 of the United States economy. I think President Reagan said it best. Government is not the solution, government is the problem. With an apology to Martin Niemöller, a German pastor and theologian, I've updated his original poem. In what used to be the United States of America, they came first for the automakers, but I didn't speak up because I wasn't an automaker. Then they came for the bankers, but I didn't speak up because I wasn't a banker. Then they came for the financiers, but I didn't speak up because I wasn't a financer. And then they came for me, an insurance broker and small business owner. By that time, there was no one left to speak up for me.
There is now.
With an additional apology to George Santayana, a Spanish philosopher, I've repeated his famous remark: those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. This is not a socialist takeover. This is more than that. This is not even Marxism. Look back in your history. We have czars for everything. If you look back to the 30s, you'll see a resemblance to National Socialism. And if you look back to the 40s and 50s, you'll see a look back to Stalinism. It's time to stop before they take over the whole country. Exactly. Thank you.